Hello, it is I, your boy Gomi, and we are back with another UFC card. This time, finally some good food, some good goddamn food. We're back with a pay-per-view, and honestly, it seems like a really good one after the slop we've gotten. But just talking about last week's card briefly, is I said on my episode is hoping, like, saying on paper it was a really bad card, and I hope that ends up being one of those bad cards end up being pretty good. It was not. I don't know what the heck happened with Finney. I'm gonna say he maybe got like caught up in the UFC lights for his debut, because oh man, it made it hard for me to defend him. Like, a lot of people were saying, man, now I see why it took him 3 tries to get into UFC. I'm just like, yeah, I kind of don't blame him anymore. I can't defend that. Pat Sabatini reminded me why I don't like Pat Sabatini by laying on his opponent for 15 minutes. And Leon Murphy channeled his inner Leon Edwards and really just didn't do anything. I'd like to mention as well, too, sorry, Leon Murphy, I get it. Yeah, you wanted the win. But Terrence Finley said, yeah, it was an awful performance. I should look back on it. Leon Murphy saying, oh, that was a masterclass. No, not really. What you proved to me is that if someone's more one-dimensional as Josh Emmett and is a pressure fighter, they're probably going to beat you up. But you're probably never going to get to the point of fighting for a title, to be honest with you, because you gotta have the fans on your side. Look at Diego Lopes. Diego Lopes is fighting for a title. Lost his UFC debut. He does, what, 5 fights? It's because you gotta be exciting and good. They're not mutually exclusive. The best fighters in the sport right now is Islam Makhachev, Ilia Topuria, Dricus Duplessis, and Tom Aspinall. All 4 of them are great and exciting. It's not something mutual exclusive, because Leon Murphy, he's going to be on a 10-fight win streak begging for a title shot, and they're going to give him an unranked dude just coming into the promotion. Don't believe me? Ask Movsar Evelev. Enough about that awful card. Let's talk about this good card. 314 going to Miami, and man, the UFC Miami cards are usually pretty solid. And what I've noticed I've been doing, because UFC's been sucking lately, is I've known about this main card for a while. I'm really upset that Prates versus Neal isn't on there, but I've known about the main card for a while. I'm gonna be honest with you, until I started taping it a couple days ago, I did not look at the undercard at all, and I kept going, oh, that's good. Oh, that's also good. So I like this card a lot, actually. I like it a lot. I don't like the first fight. Nora Cornhole versus Haley Cohen. I hate their names. I hate their names so much. I have sniffles and I sniffled. But yes, this is going to be a very low-level women's MMA fight. Sorry to say. Cornhole is going to have a nice striking background. I think she'll take it on the feet. Her ground game is okay. She has really good kicks, but overall, lower level. Meanwhile, Haley is coming off a long 2-year layoff in her UFC debut that she lost. It was kind of close, but nothing special from Haley. And despite being in the UFC for 2 years, we see nothing of her. So I don't know. I don't think she's that good. Sorry. Nothing stands out. She's a quintessential women's MMA fighter when she doesn't really do much of anything special and a lot of clinching. I've noticed she doesn't move her head. Yeah, I don't think Nora Cornhole's knocking anyone out, so I can't say much to that. So Cornhole decision, but if you don't bet this, please just don't. If you do, dog or pass, but just don't bet it. Nora Cornhole is a minus 175 favorite. Haley is going to be plus 145. I stand by my statement. Trishan Gore versus Marco Tulio. Another person who's been plagued with layoffs, but his is due to injury. I don't know why Haley was off for layoffs, but Trishan Gore is a very talented, very skilled fighter with a vicious standing guillotine. To be fair, he's fought pretty mid opposition overall, to be perfectly honest with you. As you see, he's fought Tricoli, not good. Fremd. I'm not going to say anything about Fremd. In fact, because I've already said enough about Fremd. He lost to Cody Brundage. He lost to Battle. Battle's good, but he lost to Battle. So, I don't know. Trishan Gore, he's good. He's talented. But Marco Tulio, his striking is too strong. I think he's the better wrestler. I think Trishan is the better grappler in terms of submission, but the better wrestler I think is Tulio, and I just think he's deadly. I think his power is insane, and no matter what, this fight's gonna be a finish. It's just that overall, I just like more of what I've seen from Marco Tulio, and the inactivity of Gore. It's that fact it's even worse because I know it's not him being active. I know it's injury, so I don't know how he's gonna be in this fight. It's a very close one. It could go absolutely either way. I'm just slightly leaning towards Marco. And the odds. Oh my god! What? Okay. Marco Tulio should not be a minus 355 favorite over Trishan Gore. I said it could go either way. Dude, what is wrong with this? Oh, I think I pulled something in my arm just now. Trishan Gore plus 280. That's oof. Sumadarji versus Mitch Oh, by the way, I didn't pick Tulio KO if I didn't say. But Sumadarji versus Mitch Raposo. This should be a very fun fight. I think this is a fun fight. I don't think Sumadarji is that good. I think he's got skill. I just don't think he's got UFC level skill. And Mitch Raposo, he's vicious. He's watch his regional scene fights. This dude's a freaking nightmare. I think if it gets up close, which he has to be, Mitch Raposo could tear apart Sumadarji. Sumadarji's very tanky, very durable, but I just think he's also very hittable as well too, which those don't go well together. Sumadarji has a massive reach advantage, which I say Mitch Raposo needs to get in close, but I don't know. And Sumadarji can wrestle. He can, and I think that's going to be his main avenue for winning, but just no matter what, a heavy-hitting flyweight tends to do very well, like a Kai Kara France. And I think against the Sumadarji, he could definitely take him out. Keep in mind, Sumadarji got finished by Matt Chanel. Amazing fight. Those elbows were crispy. But at the end of the day, he lost to Matt Chanel, someone who I don't rate very highly. So I'm going to take Mitch Raposo to get done by TKO. Oh, my arm is bothering me so much. How did I pull it? I sit in a damn chair for work all day. I come home, I sit in a damn chair. I work out at night, and that's it. Why is my arm hurt? Mitch Raposo is going to be plus 140, 164, and Sumadarji minus 198. Oh, I'm definitely going with the underdog in that one. And on to the next fight. Cedricus Dumbass versus Michal Oleksiejczuk. Why do I call him Cedricus Dumbass? Besides his rather poor fight IQ and his very confusing style that somehow has him a good record, but I'll show you why. I remember when he unintentionally in his post-fight interview revealed he beats his wife or girlfriend. He's like, I don't hit her that hard or something like that, something dumb. And it's just like, God, this guy's just a little bit of an idiot. Just a little bit of an idiot. Ultimately, though, Michal Oleksiejczuk, he's just he's so spotty, man. On a 3-fight losing streak. Good to questionable guys. I still think Michel Pereira is good. But Kevin Holland is too wish-washy. And Shara Bullet is good. Kyle Bullet is good. You know, it's just Dustin Jacoby and Kevin Holland, I think, are kind of eh. But Michal Oleksiejczuk, I don't know. His main problem is grappling, which Cedricus Dumbass is good in grappling and striking. Good, in quotation marks. But ultimately, Michal Oleksiejczuk, that's an issue for him. But I did find out news that he is training with the Fighting Nerds. So that could help his takedown defense. And if that helps his takedown defense, his body work and striking should definitely be enough to tag Cedricus. Cedricus was getting tagged in his fight against Dennis Tululin, which is ugh. And then going into what I was saying earlier, why does he have a good record? He lost to Ruzaboyev. Okay, yeah, I saw it coming. I saw it coming. And Ruzaboyev is not even that good. But he beat Tululin, Asama Azaitar, Cody Brundage, and he lost to Josh Fremd. I'm talking about Josh Fremd way too freaking much on this. And Brundage. I'm talking about these two freaking bums too much in this card. Yeah, give me Michal Olenjacek, and I think he's going to TKO him. Odds-wise, Olenjacek is a -198 favorite. Plus 164 for dumbass. Oh, wow. Same exact odds for those fights. Funny. I went on the dog with the other one. I'm not going with the dog in this fight. Piss off with that shizer. And on to the prelims. By the way, I'd like to mention. Outside this, these are all good fights. All of these are good fights. Do I think they're good enough for a pay-per-view, a UFC numbered card? Probably not. But these are all good fight night cards. I'm like, oh, that's a good fight. Oh, that's a good fight. And it continues. It honestly goes the whole way through. I'm going to be honest with you. It goes the whole way through. There's not a single fight out of the main event where I'm like, ugh, this is a good fight here too. Is it high level? No. But is it a fight where someone's going to get hurt? Yeah, Darren's going to get hurt. Darren Elkins, the damage, his name, the damage versus Juicy J. Hard one. The grappling is going to be the main weapon of the damage. He's vicious. He's ferocious. He always takes damage, but he's got too much grit. He's just too durable for his own safety. He loses brain cells every time he steps in the cage. I don't think he's going to remember his kids look like at 40, so I don't think Juicy J is going to take him out. Juicy is very slick striking and can piece him up for the outside, but eventually Darren's going to work his way in. And if it gets to the ground, I want to lean towards Darren. It's just that, like, Julian Erosa also fights down to his competition. That is an issue as well, too. He does usually fight down. But I think he's too clean, and I think he'll survive. He'll put some good damage in Darren. Darren will get some takedowns. Juicy will get up. It'll be a war. There's gonna be blood everywhere. It's gonna be the damages. I'm gonna go with Julian Erosa to get it done by decision. Very haphazardly though. Aids. Oh, what the hell, man? What the hell, man? I said haphazardly. -355 for Elkin, or for Juicy, and then plus 280 for the damage. Oh my god. I'm gonna haphazardly go decision for Erosa. It's gonna be a decision either way, I feel. But decision on Elkins is a good bet. It's a good bet. On to the next fight. We're gonna have, this is a very solid fight. Jim Miller versus Chase Hooper. That's an interesting one. One of the younger guys in the UFC versus one of the older guys in the UFC. Oh my god. How old is Chase Hooper? Am I older than him? I'm older than him, right? Of course I'm older than him. I don't even know why I had to even ask that. Of course I'm freaking older than him. God, he's a baby. And then Jim freaking Miller. One of the oldest guys in the UFC. Most wins in the UFC. This guy, like, I like Jim Miller a lot. Because even though he's an older guy, he's not riding out. The only decision he's had in the past couple years have been losses. Otherwise, when's the last time he went the distance and he won? What's the last time he had a decision win? 2016. Jesus Christ. So yeah, if he wins this, if you picking Miller, you have to pick him by finish. You have to. But on that side, I don't think I'm going to be going with Miller. Man. Like, he knocked out Damon Jackson. I loved it. It made me very happy. But I think Chase Hooper's good. Chase Hooper's striking is developing. It's still poor, to be honest with you. It's still not the best. He did drop Slava Claus. I don't know how the hell he dropped Slava Claus, but he dropped Slava Claus. But his main thing is his grappling. Miller's no slouch when it comes to the ground game, but they just... Oh, man. This is a good one. I honestly think this is a really good fight, and I just really weird. I think if it gets down to the ground, it's gonna have a lot of chaotic scrambles. We can see Miller get submitted. That's a possibility, but not one I'm really leaning towards, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna go with Hooper to get it done by decision, because that's the only way Miller typically loses. Man, this is a hard one. This is a really hard one. The power of Miller's still there. He could definitely drop Chase Hooper, but it goes to the ground and he falls him to the ground, which Miller will do because Miller has a good ground game. How good is Hooper's ground game? This is a great fight. I'm going to haphazardly go Hooper's decision. He's probably going to be a massive favorite, though, because these people are fucking idiots. You're fucking idiots. Every one of you is a fucking idiot. Minus 800 for Hooper. Like I can't bet Miller. Oh my god. No, I can bet Miller, but then again, I think Hooper wins it. Oh my god. Minus 800 for Hooper, plus 550 for Miller. I'm gonna go with Miller. I'm gonna go bet on Miller, but I'm go with Hooper. I'm gonna bet Miller, go with Hooper. There we go. A number one contender fighting on the prelims? That's weird. All right. But Yan Xiaonan versus Vina Genja. I've said her name on the channel so many times I can't say it. I hate it. Verena. This is a good fight. Yan is a very good counter striker. She's surprisingly dog tough. Going off her fight against Zhang Weili. I'll never forget her knocking out Jessica Andrade and ruining so many of my parlays, because I believe I picked her to win by decision, but I was like, oh, you just knocked her out. Okay, that's how you're gonna do it. Okay, I see you. I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't think she does have power. It's gonna manipulate a lot of people to think they do have power, but she really doesn't. Verena, on the other hand, I think she's got some deceptive power, but the main thing is her grappling. Her grappling is overall pretty vicious, and Yan Xiaonan got controlled and out-grappled pretty heavily by Zhang Weili. That's enough for me to lean towards Vina Jandiroba to get it done. I'm going to pick her to get it done. I don't know if I want to pick her to get submission, but I want to pick her to get submission. I know Zhang didn't submit her, but Verena is a better submission artist than Zhang. I'm going to go with submission for Vina. Minus 148, slight favorite to the plus 124 for Yan Xiaonan. Makes perfect sense. 50K, Dan Ige is still not getting rewarded for his short notice fight against Diego Lopes, saving 303. Yeah. They gave him Murphy as a reward, Leron Murphy. And now they're giving him Sean Woodson, who I think is just stylistically a horrible fucking matchup for him and not ranked. What is wrong with you guys? Why? I don't get it. Regardless, Dan 50K Ige has a ton of power. He's very stocky, great torque, but he's kind of one-dimensional. He reminds me a lot of Josh Emmett, unfortunately, while Sean Woodson reminds me a lot of Leron Murphy. He's long, lanky, awkward. I hate looking at him. I don't like looking at him. Like, look at Dan Ige. Like, he looks like a dude, a normal dude. Like, a muscular, normal dude, probably a shorter end. I mean, he's my height, so. Then you look at Sean Woodson, like, he looks like a long boy. He looks like a long, lanky piece of spaghetti. I hate him. I hate looking at him. But he's a talented fighter. He's got the reach advantage. Dan Ige is really going to struggle getting on the inside, and Woodson's going to be able to pop on him for his jab. His boxing is very good. Ige's boxing is also very good. Ige, I feel, is going to mix in takedowns, and that's going to be his main way to close the distance. He's going to definitely need to do that. My brain says Woodson. My heart says 50K. I think I wrote ... Ige decision. I mean, that's what I want, but that's exactly what I wrote at top to the butt. Screw it, Ige decision, but I'm gonna probably say Woodson's probably gonna be a more likely winner, and also especially I think the odds wise are gonna be leaning towards Woodson. Yeah, -170 for Woodson, +142 for Ige. I thought it'd be farther than that. And now into the main card, we're going to have Nikita Krylov versus Dominic Reyes. I'm not sold on Reyes' comeback train. I'm not. I never will be. I don't think Reyes is ever going to be as good as he once was. But Nikita Krylov is coming off a 2-year layoff. Krylov is primarily a pressure wrestler, not a lot of finishes, not a lot of finishing upside. Reyes, on the other hand, has really good takedown defense, and he's a very dynamic striker overall. He's looked better. He's been knocking people out. I don't think he'll knock out a Nikita Krylov. He can. I just don't think he will. I just overall think he is going to be the better fighter than Nikita Krylov, though. I can tell you that right now. I don't think Krylov, his whole heart's in it, and I don't think his pressure-based wrestling is enough to get out Reyes. And then if we're talking striking, it's Reyes all day. Odds-wise, Reyes decision. Odds-wise, you got me fucked up. Oh my god, you got me fucked up, man. You got me fucked up. Okay, submitted span 2023, 2 years ago. 3 years ago, he beat Uzdemir by decision. 3 years ago, he knocked out Gustafsson. Yeah, the ghost of Gustafsson. He's fighting the PFL. And then the great UFC London card, he got submitted by Paul Craig in very quick fashion. Yeah, give me Reyes. Give me Reyes' decision. Yeah, +150 for Reyes. Give me Reyes' decision. I think that's an easy one. And now on to the good fights. We're going to be looking at first Yair Rodriguez versus the UFC newcomer but MMA veteran Patricio Pitbull. Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting fight. I'm really, really intrigued to see where this fight leads, to be honest with you. But, ooh, man. Yeah, so Yair Rodriguez, he's going to be 32 years of age, 20 wins, 5 losses, 9 knockouts, 5 submissions, 5'11" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 71-inch reach advantage, a 0.69 takedown average, a 51.42% significant strike accuracy, a -185 favorite. Significant wins over Josh Emmett, Jeremy Stevens, TKZ, and I fucking put him here just to stress to you how long ago, like how inactive Yair unfortunately is. BJ Penn I put on there. BJ Penn is one of his most significant wins. Patricio Pitbull is going to be 37 years old. Old boy. 36 wins, 7 losses. By the way, he has 12 submissions, 12 knockouts, and 12 decision wins. He is 12. That's really good. Which helps me to realize that my data is incorrect. I was just about to say, by the way, there's a chance the data might be incorrect because I don't take it from ESPN's like source basically anymore. For him, but yeah. So it's not very accurate, as you can see. But yes, Pitbull 5'6" terms of height, orthodox stance, 65.5-inch reach advantage, a 0.60 takedown average allegedly, a 51.96% significant strike accuracy allegedly. Those last stats are read allegedly. +155 underdog, significance over Jeremy Kennedy and AJ McNee. I didn't put a ton on there because a lot of them, I'm sorry, I just don't think are UFC caliber. Jeremy Kennedy and AJ McNee, on the other hand, those are some really, really good fighters overall. Patricio Pitbull is good. Simply put, Yair Rodriguez is explosive, dynamic. He has vicious kicks. He can submit you with his leg game as well, too. It's just that, and he's good offensively, grappling-wise, but it's just that he makes poor decisions and his grappling defense is very sus. and his cardio is always an issue. Yes, he went 5 rounds of Max Holloway, but his cardio will be an issue. And his striking defense, I don't think, is that good as well either. But ultimately, I do think he's powerful. I do think he should, on paper, be the favorite. But I don't know. I just want to believe in Pitbull. He has extreme power. He's old, but power is the one thing that goes. Being 37 years old at featherweight is not good. Not good at all. Anything above 34 is really not good. I don't know, man. I just feel like he doesn't pull the trigger as much as he needs to as well, too. But I think his straight shots will be able to catch Yair due to his poor head movement, and he likes some straight shots. I just want to be worried about the kicks, especially being the shorter guy. It makes him, Yair, sneaking those kicks up a lot easier. It's a hard fight to say. Wrestling advantage goes to Patricio, but I said offensively, Yair can be very scary with his grappling, his submission games. I'm going to go haphazardly Pitbull to get it done. Also, no cardio issues on Pitbull at all. I'm going to go Pitbull, get it done via decision. I know that's a rough one, but I feel like it'll be kind of like the Kevin Holland versus MVP fight in Miami a couple years ago. Wow, another UFC debut in Miami from a Bellator guy. Funny. Yep, haphazardly so. And on to the next fight. The people's main event, the fight I care about the most. We're going to be having Bryce Mitchell, the Nazi, versus Gene Silva. I want to point this out right away as well, too. You can think Bryce Mitchell would win, but if you root for Bryce Mitchell, you're a piece of doo-doo. You're a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I don't care. You could say his style is good. You could say that, no, he's a man that needs to lose. I don't care. Getting that out of the way, I don't agree with the odds. Breaking it down, Bryce Mitchell, 30 years old, 17 wins, 3 losses. He has 1 knockout. Is that right? Is that right? Is my dad okay? Is that right? Oh my god, he's got 1 knockout. He has 1 knockout, 9 submissions, 5'10" in terms of height, southpaw stance, 70-inch reach advantage, a 3.39 takedown average, a 73.27% significant strike accuracy. Keep in mind, most of them are ground shots. Plus 260 underdog. Significant wins over Crone Gracie, 50K, Edson Barboza, and Touchy Feely. Jean Silva, Lord Assassin, is going to be 28 years old, 15 wins, 2 losses, 12 knockouts, 2 submissions, 5'7" terms height, orthodox stance, 69-inch reach disadvantage, a 0.73 takedown average, a 53.69% significant accuracy, which is very good because that's all standing, minus 340 favorite. Significant wins over Melzik Bagdasaryan, Drew Dober, Charles Jourdain, and Kevin Vallejos. Yes, I put Vallejos because I am very impressed with what I've seen from him so far. It's so funny. You go from Charles Jourdain to Drew Dober to Melzik. I feel like that's a step down from Dober to Melzik. Now then, I mentioned it. I think the odds are too crazy. You guys are short selling Bryce Mitchell too much. But ultimately, I do want to point out, I do think Bryce Mitchell is not as good as a lot of people think he is. I know those statements were contradictory, but hear me out. Mitchell's hailed as this great grappler, this nightmare submission guy. Like, he's going to destroy everyone on the ground and get a submission. How many submissions does he have in the UFC? Do you want to know? Do you want to know how many submission wins he has in the UFC? Bryce Mitchell? He's got 1. It's just a twister. That twister is the only submission Bryce Mitchell has in the UFC. And then his only knockout in his career is against Crone Gracie. Yeah, he's a lay and pray, and that is absolutely something he can do. Like, he'll threaten submissions, but he's not gonna get him. He absolutely can lay on and kind of hold Gene Silva there and control him on the ground. That's my main worry, and that is a possible outcome for this fight. But Gene Silva, from what we've seen from him and all the fighting nerds, is it seems like they have really good takedown defense. He was able to throw around Drew Dober, and even when he was taken down against Charles Jourdain, he was able to get back up. I like him in the spot, and if he's standing, I'd say he's a few notches down from Ilia Topuria, who we saw just destroy Bryce Mitchell. In fact, Ilia, I think, is more powerful but less accurate than Jean Silva, because Ilia will throw power shots, get you up against the fence and throw power shots. A lot of them are going to miss, but eventually they'll just connect just due to you being right up in their fucking face. Otherwise, him being right up in your face. Otherwise, though, like accuracy-wise, Jean Silva is very accurate. He's very dangerous, and he has a ton of power. Ask Melzik, ask Drew Dober, and he's very dynamic with his striking. I like Jean Silva in all aspects. I'm just worried about the control and ground and pound, but I think he'll be fine. Cardio, I do worry a little bit about cardio for Silva, but not in a 3-round fight. We've seen him go 3 rounds against Vallejos and go most of the 3rd round against Drew Dober, and he didn't look like he was really slowing down, honestly. Mitchell, though, still will have the better cardio. I'm going to go with Jean Silva to get done via TKO. I don't like bringing fight psychology, to be perfectly honest with you, into fights ever. But Jean Silva is definitely in Bryce Mitchell's head. Absolutely. He has put the fear of God into that boy. But again, I don't like saying that because I also saw Christian Rodriguez look like he was about to cry while he was getting booed at weigh-ins and then go on to beat Rosas Jr. So, give me Jean Silva with TKO. But I don't like those odds. And on to the co-main event of the evening. Michael Iron Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. This is a good fight. This is a really good fight. Also 5-round co-main. I don't know how I feel about that. But Michael Chandler's going to be 38 years old, 23 wins, 9 losses, 11 KOs, 7 submissions, 5'8" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 71.5 inch reach disadvantage, a 1.59 takedown average, my brain gave out for me. 57.16% significant strike accuracy, plus 135 underdog. Significant wins over Tony Ferguson, Dan Hooker, Benson Henderson. Paddy Pimblett, 30 years old, 22 wins, 3 losses, 6 knockouts, 10 submissions, 5'10" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 73-inch reach advantage, a 0.91 takedown average, a 59.75% significant strike accuracy, plus 160 favorite, or minus 160 favorite. Significance over Bobby Green, Tony Ferguson, and Jordan Levitt. The fact that this fight is 5 rounds makes one bet easy. An easy bet. I have to see what it is, but the fight doesn't go the distance. If it was 3 rounds, I'd say maybe, but 5 rounds, good fucking luck letting this fight go the distance. Both, I wrote the same sentence for both. Chaotic, powerful brawler. Chaotic, powerful brawler. Paddy Pimblett could be reckless and wild. Chandler could be reckless and wild. I do think Paddy is slightly the more technical fighter with good straight shots down the middle, while Chandler loops a lot of big old power hooks. But Paddy Pimblett doesn't move his head. Poor defense. He can get tagged. Scours his zone, get knocked out. If it goes to the ground, Michael Chandler does have a really good blast double, and he's a better wrestler, but Paddy is a better jiu-jitsu guy. There's a chance that if Chandler takes him down the ground, Paddy will lock up a triangle from the bottom, submit him. There's a chance Paddy will go for flying triangle. This is an absolutely fantastic fight to watch. I love this fight a lot, actually. I'm most interested in Silva Mitchell, but Silva and Mitchell can go bad. If Mitchell wins, besides the fact that he's a piece of shit and shouldn't win, but if he does, it's going to be boring. I doubt he'll do anything crazy as Silva. But Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett, no matter who you're on, it's going to look good. And this fight right here, no matter whose side you're on, the other side is going to look really fucking stupid. If you pick Chandler and Paddy wins, you're gonna look stupid. If you pick Paddy and Chandler wins, you're gonna look stupid. Just because this is such a weird fight, and it's so easy to be so harshly on either side, to be honest with you. Ultimately, I think it's gonna just be a really fun fight. Cardio might cardio will definitely be an issue for Patty. Hence why if you pick a decision, that oh my god. And I don't see Chandler getting submitted. He's only ever been submitted once in his career by Dustin Poirier. Can Patty submit him? Charles couldn't. I initially took Patty TKO. I'm gonna keep it Patty TKO, but ultimately I just don't see a decision. But then again, I've said that so many times before. I'll never forget me looking at the plus. I looked at it the day before and saw the plus 1200 for Lewis versus Almeida, and I laughed my fucking ass off. And then going into the 5th round, I said, no, it can't be. No, I laughed at it. No. It might be the case with this fight too. Are the odds out? I need to see. Fight doesn't go to decision is minus 530. Oh my god. Fight goes the distance plus 350. No. Okay, no. So yeah, I'm gonna go Patty TKO. And on to the main event of the evening. Alexander the Great Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes for the vacant featherweight title since Ilia Topuria has vacated. Ilia is still the champion until the first punch is thrown. This is a great fight. Volkanovski, former champion, 36 years old, 26 wins, 4 losses, 13 knockouts, 3 submissions, 5'6" in terms of height. Orthodox stance, 70. I could have sworn he's a switch. He switches a bit. 71.5-inch reach disadvantage, a 1.78 takedown average, a 59.63% significant strike accuracy, minus 150 favorite. Significant wins over Rodriguez, Max Holloway ×3, TKZ, and Brian Ortega. Diego Lopes, 30 years old, 26 wins, 6 losses, 10 knockouts, 12 submissions, 5'11" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 72.5-inch reach advantage, a 0.50 takedown average, a 58.82% significant strike accuracy, plus 125 underdog. Significant wins over Brian Ortega, Dan Ige, Sadiq Youssef, and Pat Sabatini. This is a great fight, and this is going to be much like the Patty versus Chandler fight. No matter what side you pick, the other side's going to look stupid come freaking Sunday morning. But yeah, Volkanovski is old for featherweight, and the curse still there. It's now been crushed by 2 people, Tyron Woodley and Bilal Muhammad, the only fighters over the age of 34 to win a belt. Now nobody's defended it. No, Woodley did. Never mind. That's one thing to mention. Volkanovski's 36. Is he gonna be one of the few guys to win it back? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, all went downhill the second he turned 34. I think I'm gonna go with Lopes. Lopes is younger, he's hungrier, he's fresher. It's just that the cardio can be a problem, being 5 rounds. Volk typically was tough to get out, but he is coming off 2 knockout losses, a long layoff, which I don't care about taking time. Like a lot of people say, take some time off. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Diego Lopes can finish Volkanovski by TKO. I think his ground game is really good, but I don't think he'll submit Volkanovski because T-City tried multiple times, and Islam tried. That tells me I don't see Volkanovski getting submitted, to be perfectly honest with you. But Lopes can definitely get a standing TKO or some ground and pound. Volkanovski can piece him out from the outside. He has really good entries. He has really good speed and timing. Those things can give Lopes problems. But if Lopes can get a tie clinch, which Volkanovski was tie clinched up to hell by Islam multiple times. If Lopes can get that tie clinch, his uppercuts are deadly. And if he lands those on Volkanovski, he can absolutely knock him out. The only problem is, again, Lopes, if he gets too chaotic or wild, he'll just start throwing anything in the kitchen sink, which can give him problems. It can lead to issues. So it's a very hard one to pick. I'm ultimately going to be going with Lopes to get it done by TKO. But make no mistake, Volkanovski can win. And honestly, I'm fine with whoever wins, to be perfectly honest with you, because whoever wins, they're going to be active fighters, and they're both exciting. And both are already calling out Malzavar, the #1 worthy contender. So I like that. I think it's good. I think it's good for the featherweight division. I would have liked to see Ilya versus Lopes a lot, to be honest with you, but oh well. This should still be a great fight. Ultimately, really good card. Really good card. I'm happy with this card. I hope it's good, but on paper, it looks great. Literally, there's only one fight I don't like. Every other fight I love. This is a rarity. Please make more cards like the... Oh, wait, I already looked at 313. 313 sucks. Sorry, 315. 315 sucks. But well, once again, this has been your boy Gomi. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and bye-bye. I used to have hair like Lopes, and I miss it.